Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I hope everyone are fine here. Nice to see everybody joining, mashallah. That's nice. I will be just giving the link 1 minute for those who are joining from my YouTube channel. Just a moment. Yeah, may I know where are you from? Okay, I think many are from Mangalore itself, right? Yes, that's nice. Wonderful, alhamdulillah. Okay, so on the occasion of our Independence Day, I thought randomly coming live because I thought this is going to be really effective and getting freedom. I hope you're able to hear me. Yes? Okay, getting freedom from few other things. That's what I thought. Like we can have freedom of thoughts, we can have freedom of, our minds also, and freedom from all kind of, liberate ourselves from all kind of unwanted thoughts, right? That's what I thought. I can go live and talk about unwanted thoughts that is trying to all the time coming and disturbing, as if you are aware of a few things. Just few months ago, a couple of months ago, I had this particular session where I was not able to record. I mean, I had the recording, but I didn't have the permission to give away all my recordings to the public. And that's the main reason I was not able to get into it. So what I want is, I thought I can give that particular program now, where people are having that struggle, people are having issues with their own thoughts. Some of them might have come across some situations wherein you are not able to forget some of the traumas or some of the issues that are happening. It has happened long time ago. I too have experienced these kinds of situations where I was not able to forget few things, and it was popping up I would say, my this incident was trying to pop up many times in my life, and almost for 30 years I had to suffer from this particular issue. When I was in grade 2, I had this particular trauma in my life, and then over a period of time, it was very difficult for me as well. So I thought, why not go for it and help people out there. How many are really excited? Those who have joined my Zoom session, at least you are, how many are facing this particular issue? Yes, you still have that issue right now. Yes. So let us work on this. I will be just sharing my screen so that you understand what exactly is the session today all about. Okay, thank you for replying. Okay, this is actually what I want is, let us liberate ourselves from all kinds of past painful memory on this 76th Independence Day. So this is what I have today. Just a small thing. I don't want to waste more of your time. Let us have a small technique done. I'll be giving you a small introduction about how our mind works and all that things, and then how events become important to us in our life, and then a small technique on this, how to remove this. Okay. So now just tell me, if I tell you that I have no painful memories in my life at all, would you believe this? Would you believe this statement? Of course not, right? Nobody will believe. How many of you will believe that I have no past or any painful memory in my life at all? How many of you will believe my statement? No. Yes. You did not give me direct messages. You can just message it to everybody. No problem. Okay. Yes. So what happens is, every one of us have one or the other events going on in life, right? Sometimes it could be a happy moment, or it could be a sad moment. Anytime we have people, or in one way or the other, people are associated with us, and sometimes the event becomes very helpful to us, or it becomes so jovial and enthusiastic. We don't forget those events as well. But there are few other events which takes place in such a way that it becomes a trauma in our life, and it never ends, or it comes up again and again in one way or the other, and it is finding very difficult. We are finding it very difficult to cope up with that situation. Like, we are reliving that particular event again and again. How many of you feel this is right? You feel that you may be having arguments with your spouse, with your children, or it could be some other accidents taking place, or anything it could be, which is a trauma to all of us, right? How many of you believe this is there? Or how many of you feel that, yes, it is happening in my life? Okay. I'm not getting any reply. Yes. Okay. No, you did not give me personal messages. It's all right. Yes, yes. Okay. So we have this kind of, maybe, in one way or the other, it has become a trauma. But most of us, I'm telling you, most of us, which one do we recall the most? Which event do we recall the most? Is it the one that we are happy, or the one that is sad, or the one that brings us tears in our lives? Which one do we recall more? Come on. Yes. Most of the time we recall the sad memories. Yes. We have sad memories, or the ones that are causing us trouble, right? Why is that these events become important to us? Why not the other events, which are actually, you might have come across situations, I mean, numerous situations where you were happy, right? But why is that only those things are popping up every now and then, which are making us feel sad, making us feel obsessed, or we don't want to recall that, but still these moments are always trying to pop up in the minds? Why do you think this is happening? See, I want to tell you my own experience. When I was young, when I was in grade 2, I had met with a small accident, or it's not just an accident, it was like a trauma in my life as well. Okay, so we were attacked actually. I mean, I would say my whole family, we were attacked during the time of a riot, and then it was like a nightmare in my life. It so happened that almost, I would say, till the age of almost 30 years, I had to suffer from this particular thing, because I mean, I would say one particular color seemed, like a trauma. And that color, whenever I saw people wearing that color, I had to go to washroom. So this was the thing that was happening for almost so many years. And after that, I felt that this particular event, somehow, by knowing few techniques, mind techniques or mind related techniques, I was able to come out of this particular trauma. And now, alhamdulillah, by God's grace, this has no such intensity. I'm able to talk about it. Earlier, whenever I used to talk about it, but the moment I started talking, my hands, my legs would shiver, it would turn cold, and all sorts of, I mean, phobia, I mean, that kind of symptoms, of phobia were reflected in my body. These things were happening in my mind. And also, I felt that this is something, I have to get myself relieved as early as possible. But I didn't know the ways actually. So almost it took 30 long years. And after that, just 7 to 8 minutes of a small technique. Right now, I'm there in front of you right now talking about it. For me, there is no issue at all. Even my hands and legs, my feet are also normal temperature, no problem at all, by God's grace. So why this is happening? Because the message that we have given to the mind was incredible. So what do we know about it? Now, I just want to ask you, we all know about the entire world. We try to learn about the entire world through our mind, right? Right? Yes. We all learn about this. We all try to understand the world about the entire world. We know about all these things through our mind, or our brain is giving us all that messages, and we learn about this. Our sensory organs are there. We have 5 sensory organs, which are giving us all these kind of information. But how long or how much do we try to learn about our own mind, which is giving us all these kind of information? How many of us are really worried about it, and how many of us are really anxious to know more about our mind, how it works, how things are at place? Are we really concerned about that, to learn how much we need about our own lives? No. Yes, we don't know about it, right? So I want to give you the little knowledge about how our mind works. Actually, what is our mind? I usually tell in my previous videos also, I have told about this. Mind is nothing but the software. Okay, brain is a hardware and mind is a software. And here there are three languages of mind. That is the visual, the audio, and the feelings or the emotions that we have. So mind has only these three things. We have to understand what is exactly the visuals, or it is nothing but what we have seen. Now, for example, in my case, I have seen people who are wearing one particular color and then coming towards us and all these things. So this was a trauma for me. I mean, that scene was like a movie. Okay, and I could see everybody, not, I mean, I could not see the faces, it was blur, but the thing is I could see the weapons in their hands and all that stuff. So these things become so traumatic that over the period of time also it doesn't get disappeared, or we don't forget that particular incident. Okay, the visuals are intact. And next, what happens is about the audio, if I have to tell. We can see, I could hear people screaming, I could hear my family members crying out loudly for help. Okay, these things are, I could relate it. The audio is there, and the feelings of getting scared, anxious, what to do. I mean, we were clueless how to go about it. We were inside the car. So all that things, I could see, I could hear, I could feel all those, everything was intact, and, like a movie, it was going on. So the same kind of thoughts are there in all of us. I mean, each and every one of us have this kind of thought, and this is it's an implication, or it gives a message to the mind that this incident is very important. Okay, when you have a strong visuals, strong audio, and strong feelings, this is nothing but the message that we give to our mind that this event or this incident is very important. Although the mind is not able to understand and differentiate what is important and what is not, what is logic and what is not, what is reality and what is not. So the mind is not able to understand it. It is we who give that meaning, or we who make the mind understand, make the mind feel. Our subconscious mind is feeling that this event is important. That's it. So that is the main reason. So let us make it, let us make, very clear that this, every language of our mind should be made really interesting. On see to it that if your event, you want that event to be very strongly visible, actually, that which you want to retain in life, that has to be given that kind of that language has to be I would say intensified. But if it is not important, we have to decrease that intensity, and it can be done within a very short span of time also. So if you stay tuned till the end of this video, I will be sharing with you a technique also, what you can do to reduce that particular event, that intensity of that event, so that it can help you in the long run, inshallah. So I told you, if we are talking about our mind, okay, what happens is, imagine you are going to, I will just give you an example. Imagine you're going for the, going to have your dinner in a restaurant. And for the first time you go, what happens then? You search everywhere, which is the right place for you to sit in, right? You consciously go and see there, where is the place? How many of you will do this? Whenever you go for the first time, you go to a restaurant, you consciously look into one particular seat, right? Yeah. And then what do? We go and sit there, have fun, eat everything, and then we come out. And the next day, next time when you're going to that same restaurant, your eyes again will be, searching for that same place where you sat previously. How many of you agree with me? This is how our mind is working. It is there in the subconscious mind that this is somewhere the place I sat earlier, and this I'm comfortable to sit here. Because the color of that place, the comfort of that particular place, everything seems to be like, you have almost experienced it. You are reliving that event again. And you want to sit there only. Your mind is telling you, prompting you, come on, let's go and sit there. Last time also we sat there. Yes, this might, you might have experienced this when you were going along with your friends also. If you've been to a mall, imagine you're going to enter a mall for the first time. There, what happens is you're not aware of which particular place, which is the category, or where are the things kept, which category, where things are kept, all that. You don't know about it. But once you go, when you're frequently going and visiting the malls, you know exactly what is the sequence. First, you have these things, these items are there. After that, utensils, and after that, what? After that, what? Where are the groceries kept? Where are the these tissues kept? Everything, for all that things, it is already there. That picture is there in the mind. Initially, we will not know about it, right? But again, in the visuals, when we come across, we know exactly whether it is the color or the black and white image. Okay, now we have to understand little deeply about it. Each and every event, when you take into consideration, your mind can even understand or even smell. Everything is, intact. Actually, mind can access each and every detail about that event. If you go in detail, you try to understand that event in detail, you will know whether the picture is a black and white picture or it is a colored picture, whether it is bright or it is dim, whether it is a panoramic or it is still, whether it is moving or it is framed in one particular frame, as if it is like a photo frame. What is it like? So these things, it is very easy for us to access to each and every detail about the visuals of our mind whenever we come across any event. Okay, but we didn't know about it earlier, so you may find it initially you may find it difficult, but when you sit and work on yourself and on your mind, you will be able to access to all these detailed, prescription, or I would say it is like a describing that whole event very elaborately. It can be done very easily if you do that. Okay, now what happened? Okay, if I talk about the audio, or imagine you go to a restaurant and then you are talking to your friends or your family members for the first time you're going there, and you even can recall what topics you were talking about on that particular day. How many of you are relating to this? Do you resonate with me? Yes, Farida, Nia, Nasira, everybody. One more is there. I found it. Who is this? Okay, Navida, Farzana, so many are there. Yes, you are able to resonate this. You are able to understand or recall that particular topics that you were talking about. Who was talking what? If not the entire conversation, at least you will know, or you will recall what were the things that you were talking about in general. Okay, at least little bit you are able to understand this. And here also, if you go deeper, you will still get in detail, you are able to talk about that event, whether that conversation is too loud even today or not, or whether it was too harsh, the way they spoke to me, whether it is too harsh or whether it is not, whether she spoke to me politely or not. All these things, when you recall, are you not able to recall this? These are all the sub-modalities, I would say. It is nothing but the branches. Still more. There are a lot more things to talk about it. You feel like, the words are echoing in your mind, right? Did you ever feel that? Your parents might have told something, your relatives or anybody might have told you something which, you feel like echoing every now and then. Yes. We feel like that. Sometimes it will be very pleasant experience also, because when somebody is praising us also, you feel like, oh wow, she told about this to me. She praised me. She felt good. I feel like talking more about it, right? The moment they start praising. So this is also one case, but what happens is more often the negative comments or the negative talks that we had, this causes a lot of trouble. This is, most of the time we are having this trouble in us. Okay, we want to only listen, or our mind is trying to make all these negative comments very important, and it is trying to bring us that, sensation that we are trying to relive that event again. I mean, more often it is the negative event we are talking about. Now, if we have to talk about the emotions, again, emotions also, we are able to even talk about our own emotions, whether it is, how do you feel when you recall that event? Do you perspire or not? Is your palpitation raising? Or are you getting pressurized? Or you feel like you're forced to go to washroom? All these things are nothing but the emotions which are making you feel how you are taking that meaning out of that event. Okay, what is that event and what is the meaning that you have given to that event? Everything belongs to all these, they're all determined, they're all connected. So your feelings, your audio, your video, all these things are interconnected. That's how our mind is working. I hope you're able to understand this. Okay. Now, what if I ask you, where is the feeling coming to you? Where are you getting this feeling from? Can anybody tell me? Where is the feeling? In the mind, where? Exactly in the mind, in the sense where? Anyone else? Okay, a heart. Okay. Then? Okay, both in the heart. Okay, you feel like that. Okay. So I had asked one of my clients when I spoke about her, she had some fear about going to college. She was a college student, and the moment she started fearing, she started making it, very, I would say it was very difficult for her also to manage all these. And then it so happened that I asked her, where is the feeling? She said, I mean, she couldn't say in the beginning, but then she thought for a while, and then she said, ma'am, somewhere in the stomach. I feel that sensation in my stomach. So what kind of sensation? I asked her. So she said, I don't know what, ma'am, but she just swirled her fingers like this. Okay. She was doing this. Just imagine. So I could make out from her body language that there is some kind of movement going on in the clockwise direction. And then I asked her, what color is this? So she said something blackish brown color, kind of a thing. I don't know, but something is there. Okay, so I told her, I asked her, just turn the wheel around and make it anti-clockwise. And see that you're pouring little water and trying to splash all that blackish thing out. She said, yes, ma'am, it is working. Now she started slowly, unconsciously. I mean, she's not doing it consciously, but she's trying to turn out her fingers in the anti-clockwise. And then she started telling, ma'am, yes, it's working, and it's turning out whitish, or it's turning out a little bright. Now that dark thing is gone. What happens is, where is the feeling? We all don't know it. It just happens randomly. Sometimes it is in the heart, sometimes in the belly, or sometimes on the head. So we don't know where exactly. Okay, each one of us will have different feelings, and at different times also we may have in different places. Sometimes it may be in the head also, sometimes it may be in the heart also, and sometimes in the belly also. We don't know exactly, but whatever it is, feelings are there anywhere in the body. It is there because mind is intangible. We don't know where exactly is our mind. Right, mind is only there. It is inseparable. We know about it. We know that it is an identity. It has got its own identity. We know that it exists. Mind exists. Okay, and different layers are there. I don't want to go in detail about all those things, but we have a tendency to understand that these emotions are all because of the messages that we give to our mind. Okay. Now, why is that these events become important to us? I'm just trying to bring this here so that you can see the slides properly. Okay. Now just tell me, why do we think that these events are very important? Why rest of the events which actually took place very, maybe good situations are not having that kind of importance in our mind, or we don't give it. Actually, I would say we don't give that importance. It's because we have given, that event, which I told you about, the language of mind, that is visual, audio, and this feelings. All these things are so bright and they are so loud. We have given importance in such a way that everything is, on the top level. I would say the volume is on the top 10, and even the brightness, the transparency, everything is in that level, that everything is at the highest level. That is the main reason we feel those events are very important. So we are trying to relive one particular event many times. How many of you agree with me? You had a bad argument with your spouse, and the entire day you don't feel like talking. The entire day you feel like, you are listening to that conversation again and again, right? Did you ever experience that? You had a bitter day with your child also sometimes, and you never expected that. But when your child says that, you feel like, when they voice out, sometimes you feel like you are reliving that event over and over again. Does that happen? Yes, it happens. Now, moving forward, that is the main thing, we feel low also, because we are reliving that event again. We don't know exactly, but we feel that he slapped me again, or I slapped him again. The entire day, the day, or sometimes even the weeks and months roll on thinking about the same event. Now, what happens in the body? The body is feeling that trauma continuously. Body is feeling that there is somebody has slapped again. Although this has happened only once in lifetime. Now, for instance, if I have to talk about me, I have seen that event only once in my lifetime. But what happened to me is, whenever I come across people, whenever I come across that one particular color, I would think that, people are trying to attack me again. My mind would say that people will come and try to attack me. I'm again generalizing it. I'm thinking that, all those people who are wearing one particular dress are somebody who is trying to attack. Now, this is not going to happen, right? This is not the fact actually, but mind is perceiving things like that. That's the main reason. That's why we feel low at times. We feel that I'm nowhere. I don't want to go anywhere out. Or, we feel that this person is always bad. Why? He has been doing so many good things to me, but that is almost ignored all the time. And once, if the person is telling something bad, we feel that he is almost trying to, bring, he's disrespectful. He's not trying to keep me in a happy mood all the time. He's in one way or the other trying to target me. There are so many other things that we blame about. How many of you agree with me? This is actually, I'm telling you what is happening inside the mind, so that you understand it's the procedure, what is happening there, the process inside our body and mind. Yes, you're able to follow this. Okay, so I would just like to talk about the analogy here. What exactly is this? You have seen a glass of water. Imagine a glass of water, and the water is actually calm if you don't disturb it for a while, right? You place that water on the table, And after a while, you see that the water is calm. Can you see any bubbles? Spontaneously, you are getting any bubbles there? Until unless you shake or do something? No, you don't get. Now tell me, if it is, you are just placing a straw and then you're blowing a little bit on it. Now what happens? When you blow, the bubbles erupt. This is happening now. It is all in the subconscious mind. Okay. All our feelings, all our whatever we have seen, the audio, the video, everything is there in the subconscious mind. And the moment you are trying to figure out or you are getting the trigger, this pops up. This event, whatever has happened, this pops up. And that's how we have toxic relations also. At times, we are not able to understand each other. No, marital issues are also seen. Children are having problems. With siblings also, we have problems. It's all because of these emotions and all these, the language of mind, which is creating a lot of trouble. And unless we know about it in detail, we are having a lot of, we are not able to cope up with that situation very easily. Okay. That's the main reason we have to understand. Now, when we think about the negative event, how do we feel? How many of you feel really happy when you think about your negative feelings? I'm really happy. Yes, I got it. Anyone here? Happy to say that I get negative thoughts every day. I'm very happy. I'm very thankful. No, we don't feel happy. Of course, we don't feel. That's the reality. We don't want to. Right? We don't want to feel that. We feel overwhelmed. We don't want to even express about it. But still, even if we think about it, we get lost. Exactly. Now, I'm going to share a small technique with you. How many are ready to do this with me right now? So that you can liberate yourself from all kinds of, at least one thought. I'm telling you, just one thought. Think about one event in your life that is causing you a lot of trouble, which is bringing you some negative impact in your life and making you distressful. You are not able to concentrate on rest of the things when you think about this event. You have that event, I'm sure. Right? Are you able to do that with me right now? Are you ready? Type in ready if you're there. Yes. Thank you. Yes. So let us begin. Bismillah. So it's a small event. I'll be just explaining right now, and then I'll be giving you the commands. Okay, inshallah. So according to that commands, you will have to do this later on. Okay. Now, what is it? It's like, I will be making you to think about that event in the TV screen. Okay, as if you are watching that event on the TV screen. And then according to the comments or according to that, commands, what I give, you will have to work accordingly. Okay, think about that. Just imagination. That's it. You don't have to do anything here, but see to it that you are in a quiet place where you have no distractions, no notifications coming up across, or, in your mobile and telling all the time, somebody is calling you. Put all of that across. I mean, put it aside and just concentrate on what I'm talking right now. So I'll be giving you just 30 seconds. So that you turn off your notifications, put all your mobile in the silent mode, and see that you are in the distraction-free zone where nobody is trying to call you. Tell your children also, I know this is Independence Day, but tell them that I want to be free for at least now 10 minutes. Okay, for 10 minutes, you are free. Tell them. Ready? Okay. Once you're ready, just type in ready. I'm waiting. Okay, yes. Now we'll start. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your messages. Thank you. Okay, so Bismillah. We are going to start this particular session technique wherein we are going to erase one particular unwanted, painful memory from your past. Okay. Just if you feel comfortable, just close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Inhale up to 4 seconds. Keep your breath in the stomach or within yourself up to 4 seconds. And then release it. Exhale up to 6 seconds. Slowly take a deep breath again. Inhale. Keep it inside within yourself, inside your belly. And then exhale up to 6 seconds. Inhale. Imagine you have a TV right in front of you, a wide screen, which is very clear and visible to you. And between the screen, between the TV screen and yourself, you have a hard glass, which is dividing you both. Again, it's a clear glass. You can see through the glass the entire screen on the TV. Now, imagine one event that you are feeling uneasy about. One particular, any incident that has happened in your life which is causing you a lot of trouble. Imagine that event and see as if you are watching that event through the TV, as if it is running on a TV screen. Imagine each and every detail of that particular event. You can see what kind of clothes you are wearing. You can see your face. You can see others' face as well. You know that your face is not glowing. You're not looking good. You're feeling upset. You can see everything there. Now, take out that remote control of the TV and slowly go to the color setting. Change the color of that particular event. Now it is on the top. 10. Reduce it to 9.
Check where I
8.
keep running.
7.
That one.
6. 5. Now almost it is getting colorless. 4. 3. 2. It's getting black and white now. And it is no more appealing to see. You don't feel like seeing any black and white movie or black and white picture. 2. 1. It is reduced and now reduce it to 0. It is totally black and white. The picture has turned out to be black and white. Now again, you can hear people talking. You can hear whatever the conversation that you had, the bitter experience that you had through your verbal, talks or conversations. Now, take out the remote control again and go to the audio setting. Reduce the volume that you have from 10. Reduce it to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Now you're not able to clearly hear it. You will have to give an extra attention to listen to what the conversation is going on. Bring it down to 4, 3, 2. Now 1. You can't hear anything. It's almost muted. Again, muted. Entire conversation. just watch again. The entire movie you can watch. But this time it is colorless and the voice also is missing out. You're not able to hear anything. And it's not appealing also to see because the visuals are missing there. The colors are missing there. But you can see the faces everywhere. You can still see that there are people. Who is that person? You can see everything. Now go to the blur option and increase that blur. Whatever you have, increase that. See that 5, it is increased to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you can't see anything on the screen except the black and white blurry picture. Watch that movie again. Whatever you have experienced through the TV, watch it again. You can't see anything. Now, take a cigar light and just lit fire into one of the wires of the TV. The TV screen starts burning. You can listen to the fume, you can experience the fumes, the smell of that fume when you can experience that burning of the wires. Everything is burnt. The wire is totally burnt. TV screen is getting fire. It's lit, it has lit so badly, but still you are safe because you have a hard glass wall right in front of you. You are still safe. You have no problem. You can only see everything falling down. The screen is melting. The glass pieces are falling down. You can hear everything. You can hear the broken glass pieces. Now, slowly imagine that these fumes and these unwanted stuff, everything is taken outside the house, outside the room, in front of the, through the window. And there it is taken, or it is through the magnetic force, it is just taken away from the solar, through the solar light, it is all taken away and they are all burnt into ashes. Take a deep breath again. Find yourself safe. You are still safe. You have no issues at all. Now, slowly open your eyes if you're feeling comfortable. How many of you have done this, taken this particular step seriously and you did it? Come on. Here, anyone who did this event right now with me, this technique, you did it with me? I was not able to see anybody because all, yes, Hajra, thank you. Can you tell me what was your experience? What did you feel when you did this? What have you experienced? Okay, you had some distractions again. No issues, but you can continue this if you feel you can, in case you want to continue this, you can do it by yourself, but this will work. That's how at least you understood what exactly is the way to do it, right? If you feel that you can do it by yourself, you can do that as well. Anybody else? Hajra would say, how did you do this? Or how did you feel?
Assalamu alaikum. I just followed your commands and the whole picture was in front of me. I imagined the event and I really wanted to erase that event from my mind, because the person with whom I had this bad experience, every time I used to see him, some like bad emotions or feelings I used to get. So I hope it will be erased.
Yes. It will be erased. In case you can repeat the same event, Nasreen, again. Like you feel that this is now for on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay. Now, how would you rate it? Earlier, it was 10, 5 or something like that. And now, how would you rate? If it is again, it is still 7 or you feel that it is 6, then you will have to repeat this event again. I mean, this particular technique again. Okay. That can be done. So repeat this and then you can see most of your, problems, whatever you're facing with that person, it may get erased. Even you may even do such things like, if the audio is too loud, you feel that it's echoing more and more. You can turn the audio into something like a Donald Duck's voice, like a Tom and Jerry voice. You can do that. I do it with my children when my son also comes and tells Mama, these are things that are happening, children are doing like this, telling me all these things. So I ask him to write that same statement, give me in a sheet of paper, write that statement. And then I repeat that statement in such a way that it's as if like, like a Donald Duck or any other, what I would say, any other cartoon character. This is what I do. Okay, I repeat that same statement again in this voice. Yes, Tom and Jerry, anything that you feel like you are able to resonate it. That's how. And then whenever you see that person, my son also tells the same thing. Now when I see him, I feel like laughing because you have done that. It's just the trick and it's easy. Very easy, because I too have come across so many criticisms, all those who have told me, I mean, so many things, but it was easy for me, alhamdulillah. Once I learned about it, nothing can stop now. Okay, having a bigger vision, having a bigger thought about ourselves, this is leading us to do something better. Okay. So happenings, anything, anytime, anything can happen. When I threw all out of the window, I just saw a white, clear screen in front of me. I feel happy now. Thank you. Thank you, Yasmin. Yes, it happens. It happens with many of us. Okay. Okay. So this is the small technique that I wanted to share. In case you have any doubt regarding this also, you can ask or you can leave a message also. Just want to give a final message that unless it's already mentioned in, all the holy scriptures as well, Almighty is not going to change our condition unless we change ourselves. We have that willingness that I should change myself, only then we are able to, otherwise no. Right. So this is what I had to, communicate today. So with this, I would like to conclude. In case you want to, join me and give any kind of, what do you call it? You want to connect with me, you can take this particular, details about my own social media handles, and then we can get back, inshallah, whenever you feel like getting back to me. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so with this, I would like to wind up. Anything to ask? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.